the future version of Franklin Richards. He is the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm, and he's one of the most powerful beings in the entire Marvel multiverse. Even as a child, Franklin was considered an Omega-level mutant, with reality-wrapping powers on a cosmic scale. But when we glimpse his adult or future self, we see a character who has gone far beyond mutant classification, becoming a being who can reshape galaxies with a thought. As a child, Franklin's powers emerged in unpredictable bursts, creating pocket universes, reviving dead heroes, and even subconsciously bending reality to protect those he loved. The X-Men and the Fantastic Four both recognized early on that Franklin wasn't just a mutant, he was something else entirely. In the future, his power is more controlled, refined, and immense. His classification as a mutant eventually became controversial in universe, with later revelations claiming his mutant powers were lost and that his mutation was artificially simulated. But in many timelines and multiversal futures, Franklin continues to evolve into one of Marvel's most important and dangerous entities. His future self has been shown creating entire pocket realities, restoring dead universes, and even shaping existence itself. He's wielded power that rivals or even exceeds abstract beings like Eternity and the Living Tribunal. And Galactus himself once became Franklin's herald. That's how colossal Franklin's power becomes over time. And in Fantastic Four 604, we see a future where Franklin stands beside an elderly Galactus, watching over the universe. He is referred to as the last god, having survived long after all other cosmic forces have faded. And this version of Franklin commands such mastery over time, space, and reality that he essentially becomes a god of creation, balancing the Marvel multiverse in its dying days. But even as an adult, he's guided by the values instilled by his parents like compassion, responsibility, and hope, so he's not corrupted by power like many cosmic beings. Instead, he projects reality with a near-messianic sense of duty.
New Sun Gambit. New Sun is basically the answer to one big question Marvel fans always had about Gambit. What happens if Remy actually uses all his power? We're used to seeing Gambit throw charged playing cards and blow up doors, but that's honestly the tiniest slice of what he can really do. New Sun comes from an alternate reality where Gambit didn't hold back, didn't limit himself, and didn't hide his potential. Instead, he was trained from childhood to unleash everything inside him, and the result is a version of Remy who's not just dangerous, but downright godlike. In New Sun's universe, Remy actually joined the X-Men, just like the Gambit we know, but things escalated fast. This Gambit grew strong enough to take on the Phoenix Force and win, something that would normally take an Omega-level mutant or a cosmic entity. But it wasn't a victory to celebrate for long. New Sun began dabbling in magic he didn't fully understand, and his powers surged past anything he could control. In a single catastrophic moment, he accidentally wiped out every living thing in his universe, and in the aftermath of that disaster, he became obsessed with trying to undo it, pushing himself deeper into the multiverse. Eventually, New Sun crossed over into Earth 616 and came face to face with our Gambit. Instead of being some generic evil twin, their meeting was more like Remy confronting what he could become if he ever stopped holding back. New Sun revealed the truth about Gambit's mutation. He doesn't just charge objects with kinetic energy, he can control all kinetic energy at a molecular level. That means explosions, movement, heat, impact, anything involved in motion. At full power, Gambit is basically a walking atomic bomb who can bend physics however he wants. During their final showdown, Gambit actually reaches the same insane power level as New Sun, proving the potential has always been inside him. But unlike his alternate universe self, Earth 616 Gambit chooses not to live at that god tier level. He knows exactly how dangerous it is, and he's seen the consequences. New Sun is a living reminder of why Gambit hides behind jokes, charm, and playing cards, because the real Remy could crack a planet in half if he ever lost control. His design reflects that raw, overwhelming power. He doesn't look like a street-level div or a stylish X-Man anymore. He's more like a glowing, blue-white energy being shaped like Remy. Sometimes he hides behind armor or disguises, but his true form is basically Gambit as a living supernova. That's why New Sun is so fascinating. He's not a villain, not a hero, just a warning of how bright and how deadly Gambit can burn when nothing holds him back. Iron God Armor. This armor is basically what happens when Tony Stark stops playing with metal suits and decides to upgrade himself into a full cosmic being. Instead of building another armor, Tony gets blasted with the power cosmic, the same force behind beings like the Silver Surfer, and suddenly his armor isn't a suit anymore, it's his entire body. He becomes a living, glowing construct of cosmic energy shaped like Iron Man, with star patterns swirling inside him. Imagine Tony Stark fused with the power cosmic, Ultron's intimidation factor, and a galaxy-sized light show. That's the Iron God. Once Tony absorbs the power cosmic, he goes through this weird dreaming in space moment where he tries to wrap his mind around what godhood feels like. He starts seeing timelines, alternate futures, and even possible conflicts with the Avengers if they try to stop him. And of course, in Tony fashion, he starts thinking, maybe I can fix everything. It's a classic Stark, give him the power to do anything, and he immediately wants to fix the world, fix himself, fix the universe, and probably fix you. The first thing he does with his new cosmic power is go after Korvac, who also becomes a god at the exact same time. Their fight is insane. They are throwing planets, collapsing stars, smashing dead universes, and literally using entire worlds as melee weapons. This isn't armor versus villain. This is two gods punching each other across the cosmos hard enough to accidentally wipe out nearby civilizations. It gets so out of control that cosmic entities like Death, Eternity, and Living Tribunal show up just to tell them to calm down. After that, Tony brings his cosmic body back to Earth, and he comes in way too big, like Galactus-sized at first, until he shrinks down and tries to reassure everyone that he's still the same guy. Spoiler, he is not. He immediately decides that his first gift to humanity will be giving everyone in the city Tony Stark level intellect. He just casually upgrades every civilian into a super genius because in his mind, that's totally reasonable. And when people panic, Tony basically says, relax, I'm fixing the world. That's when everyone, including Thor, Cap, and Reed Richards, realize they might have a cosmic-powered Stark problem. The Iron God armor story becomes less about Tony fighting villains and more about Tony fighting himself, fighting his worst habits amplified by infinite power. He wants to help, but he stops asking permission, stops listening to friends, and starts thinking only he knows best. Even Hellcat tells him he's acting more like Korvac than Tony Stark. It gets so concerning that she secretly recruits Dr. Doom to help bring Tony back down to normal. And that's the core of the Iron God story. It's Tony Stark with the ability to remake reality, struggling not to lose himself in the process. I mean, it's cool, it's cosmic, it's dangerous, and very Tony Stark. Titan Hulk. Titan is the deadliest persona of the Hulk, as the terrifying dark version of the hero is the most destructive form yet. For years, Bruce Banner's whole deal was turning into the Hulk when pushed to his emotional and physical limits, but Donny Cates' run flips that upside down. Now Bruce controls the Hulk's body, and the Hulk personality is kept locked in the engine room of Banner's mind, fighting endless psychic battles to generate strength. Every time the Hulk inside gets angry, the physical Hulk outside gets stronger, but the setup has a dark side. Deep in Banner's mind, past Hulk's rage and Banner's trauma, there's something else, something older, nastier, and waiting for Hulk to break. That thing is Titan. He tells Hulk that he owns him, that he controls him, and that eventually he'll take over everything. When Hulk tries to fight back, Titan wipes the floor with him mentally. It's the first time we see Hulk completely powerless inside his own mind. Titan is basically a gamma demon, a parasitic Hulk form born from trauma, fear, and the absolute breaking point of Bruce Banner's psyche. Once Titan finally manifests physically, the difference is immediate. Hulk doesn't just get bigger or angrier. He becomes a full-blown Gamma Kaiju, a cosmic-level monster whose power level makes Worldbreaker Hulk looks like warm-up mode. One of the most insane moments is when Titan Hulk faces 500 Worldbreaker Hulks on Hulk Planet. These guys are strong enough to smash planets for sport, but against Titan, they don't stand a chance. Titan Hulk starts draining their gamma, ripping the energy right out of their bodies, and using it to grow stronger and more destructive. Every punch, every scream, every breath from Titan wipes out dozens of Hulks like they are paper. Meanwhile, Doctor Strange gets involved because he realizes something horrifying. Titan shouldn't exist. To make matters crazier, we learn Bruce never actually learned his powers from the real Strange. He learned them from Despair, a nightmare demon posing as Strange. That means Titan wasn't an accident. Something in the multiverse wanted Titan to be born, and that makes him even scarier, because he is not just a rogue Hulk transformation. He's a cosmic level threat being pushed toward total destruction. Titan doesn't want to fight enemies, or save worlds, or smash bad guys. He wants to erase everything, from planets to galaxies to the multiverse itself. His whole story ends on a terrifying note. Once he reaches full power, there's almost nothing left that can slow him down. Strange's astral form gets swatted away like dust. The Worldbreaker army is obliterated, Hulk Planet falls apart, and Titan's power keeps growing with every drop of gamma he absorbs. He's the Hulk's worst nightmare, made real. The moment where Hulk isn't the strong one there is anymore, because something inside him is even stronger, darker, and far more destructive. Galactus Rider. He appears in the Sinister timeline, a wrapped alternate reality where everything has gone horribly wrong. After Galactus' universe is poisoned and left dying, he becomes consumed with revenge against the beings responsible. That hatred and cosmic despair draw the attention of every spirit of vengeance across the multiverse. For the first time ever, they all agree on a shared purpose, and they choose Galactus as their host. When all the spirits merge into him, Galactus becomes something beyond a cosmic god or a demonic avatar. He turns into Galactus Rider, a skyscraper-sized ghost rider with a skull-blade blazing brighter than a supernova. This isn't one spirit riding a human anymore. This is hundreds of them riding a cosmic titan. He gains the traditional Ghost Rider abilities like the Penance Stare, Hellfire Manipulation, and Soul Incineration, but they are amplified to a universal scale. And the terrifying part, he still keeps his original Galactus powers. That means he can wrap reality, manipulate the power cosmic, reshape matter, devour worlds, and teleport across the universe instantly. He doesn't lose the god-tier toolbox. He just gets a demonic one stacked on top of it. In this form, Galactus isn't just a world eater anymore. He's a cosmic executioner. Every spirit of vengeance amplifies his rage and drives him forward like a burning starstorm. He doesn't hunt sinners individually, he hunts entire realities. And because the spirits choose extremely selectively, the fact that they all choose Galactus says everything about how corrupted and broken this timeline really is. Galactus Rider is easily one of the deadliest Ghost Rider variants ever created, and one of the scariest versions of Galactus across any universe. He represents the combined fury of hell and the endless hunger of the cosmos. Eventuality. Venom's final god form, known as the Eventuality, is basically the ultimate version of the symbiote. The form you get when Venom stops being just a parasite, a monster, or even a king in black, and becomes a cosmic force that exists across all of time. It all starts with Eddie Brock, who's been through every possible version of Venom over the years, suddenly stepping into a realm called the Unbeyond, a place where the symbiote hive touches weird magic, the far future, and the bones of multiversal timelines. While he is there searching desperately for his son Dylan, Eddie meets a floating Venom hand that talks to him like some kind of creepy prophecy guide. That hand reveals the truth. Eddie can't save Dylan unless he embraces his destiny as King in Black forever. And the only way to do that is to merge with the Eventuality, a future god-tier version of Venom made from countless Venoms across countless timelines. This thing isn't a monster, it's an omen, a living storm of symbiotes, magic, and hyper-advanced metaphysics. When Eddie finally bonds with it, Venom evolves into something that's not just alive in the present. He becomes a being that exists in the past, present, and future at the same time. This transformation also reveals something wild. Eddie Brock was always destined to become the true King in Black. Null, the original symbiote god, was never the final evolution. Null's entire legacy is described as a straight line of failure. He gains power, destroys everything, and inevitably loses. Eddie broke that pattern when he defeated Null, rewriting the cosmic script and proving that someone else could rewrite the fate of all symbiotes. That moment permanently changed the timeline. As Eventuality, Eddie now commands symbiotes across the timeline. He creates new versions of Venom in the future, influences versions in the past, and manipulates branches of reality without needing a host body. He's not just a king, he is a time god of symbiotes. He can rebuild his body, restore his missing eye, and literally adjust his own story. It's the most powerful Venom form ever created, putting Eddie on a level similar to cosmic beings and even brushing up against eternal tier influence. But even with all that power, Eddie's goal stays heartbreakingly simple: fix the mess, save his kid, and finally make things right. And for the first time ever, Venom isn't just a monster or a hero. He's a cosmic force trying to give his family a better ending. Adam Warlock as the Living Tribunal. Adam has always been one of Marvel's biggest cosmic wildcards, but his journey to becoming the Living Tribunal takes him into a completely different league. It all starts when two different versions of Warlock and Thanos cross paths across two different universes. They are pulled toward a strange artifact created by beings even above the Tribunal, and things immediately get out of hand. Their subconscious minds start reshaping entire universes like clay. Thanos turns his reality into a dead necropolis, and Warlock turns his into a world stuck in an endless cycle of death and resurrection. When the timelines finally snap back into place, the more powerful Adam Warlock from that alternate universe quietly replaces the Earth 616 version, instantly making him one of the strongest beings in existence. After that cosmic switch, Warlock tries to understand what he's become. He discovers the horrifying truth. He accidentally absorbed his entire reality into himself, including the essence of his universe's Living Tribunal. That means he is no longer just Adam Warlock. He's a being carrying the operating system of an entire universe. Things escalate when Annihilus invades, juiced up with Hulk-level power and fear manipulation. Even with Thanos, the Guardians, and cosmic powerhouses at his side, Warlock is overwhelmed, captured, and accidentally triggers the destruction of the entire universe when Pip the Troll tries to rescue him. Floating in the absolute nothingness left behind, Warlock summons Thanos for guidance. And here's where it gets god tier. Thanos convinces Warlock to seek help from the above all others, the supreme being of the entire entire Marvel multiverse. The only reason Warlock can even reach this entity is because he contains the Tribunal's essence. Together, Warlock and Thanos strike a deal. They'll restore the universe exactly as it was, and in return, they'll deliver a new flavor, a fresh, different universe born from the destruction. With an army of cosmic dead behind them, the two confront Annihilus, defeat him, undo his uprising, and reset reality to its original state. With the universe restored and only the strongest cosmic beings remembering what happened, Adam performs one final act. He resurrects the original 616 version of himself. And as part of the deal with the above all others, Adam Warlock ascends into the role of the new living tribunal. He becomes a being who oversees all realities, weighs cosmic balance, and stands one tier below the one above all. From that point on, Warlock isn't just a hero or a cosmic wanderer, he is one of the pillars of the multiverse itself. But cosmic peace never lasts. When a future universe-devouring Thanos starts absorbing cosmic beings using the Astro Regulator, Warlock, now the Tribunal, tries to stop him and fails. Thanos absorbs him, the Tribunal, and even the above all others, temporarily becoming the embodiment of the multiverse itself. Thankfully, Warlock and his allies manage to help the present Thanos regain control and reverse everything. When the multiverse dies and is reborn again, the original living tribunal is restored, but Adam's time in that position remains one of the wildest glow-ups any Marvel character has ever achieved. Black Hole Silver Surfer. It starts when Norrin Rath gets yanked into a collapsing black hole during a fight, only to be thrown millions of years into the past, right into the era when the universe was still young and raw, and waiting for him there is Null, the ancient god of darkness who forged the first symbiotes. Null senses the power cosmic in Norrin like a bright flashlight in a pitch-black cave, and immediately tries to snuff him out. The Surfer has fought threats before, but this is different. Null controls primordial darkness, a force older than light itself. As the Surfer pushes himself harder and harder to fight back, something terrifying happens. Every time he unleashes a burst of cosmic energy, his silver form loses a little bit of its shine and turns black. The more he fights Null, the more the darkness crawls across his body. It's like the black hole didn't just drag him through time, it marked him. Norrin knows he can't win a straight fight, so he turns to an unlikely ally, a young and corrupted version of Ego the Living Planet, who hasn't yet become the arrogant, cosmic nuisance fans know today. Ego helps him craft a living weapon, something powerful enough to challenge Null at his peak. The final showdown is brutal. With Ego's help, Surfer unleashes a blast so intense that it creates a newborn sun, basically detonating a star in Null's face. The explosion hurls Null into the void and saves the early universe from being drowned in darkness, but the cost is huge. The heat of the new star almost kills Norrin, burning away what little cosmic light he has left. Before he collapses, he lets that remaining spark scatter across space, creating life-reviving worlds, and even planting the first seed of his home planet, Zinla. When Silver Surfer finally gets pulled back to the present, he is changed forever. The bright chrome cosmic knight is gone. In his place is a darkened Silver Surfer, a version touched by the black hole and scarred by the abyss. He's still a hero at heart, but his entire appearance and energy feel heavier, almost mournful. This Black Surfer form is a reminder that even cosmic beings can burn themselves out while trying to bring light to others. The crazy part, this isn't even the only time we've seen a dark Silver Surfer. In Donny Cates' Thanos run, a future version of Norrin appears as the Fallen One, a jet black surfer wielding Thor's hammer, leading an army to fight King Thanos. That version dies in battle because of course he does. It's Thanos. But it raises a fun question. Is Silver Surfer black, showing the origins of the Fallen One? Is Marvel setting up a cosmic circle where Norrin's darkest moment becomes his future destiny?